Hey everyone, I've had a lot of interesting conversations recently. People asking me about John Hagee and four blood moons and these four lunar eclipses coming up. They're more orange than bloody, but just my opinion on it, and my opinion on, is this, as John Hagee says, calamity for Israel and the end of or the beginning of World War out of Israel because of Iran and nuclear programs and all of this. It's not surprising to me that John Hagee has a book out that's saying calamity, something is going to is happening, and that means this great world war starting out of Israel. This is the latest in a long 20-year string, every couple of years, of another book. John Hagee sees some peace deal signed or something happen in the world, and he writes another book and sells another 1,000,000 books and cashes in on speaking about calamity for Israel. I'm not surprised by this, and in fact, I looked on Amazon, and Four Blood Moons is #1 in Bibles and theology and all of those books, number 130 of all the books being sold on Amazon right now. And actually, I found one, and you can actually find, they did a 3-in-1 book of 3 of his previous predictions of the calamity in the end of Israel books and just bundled them all together. I'm sure, because they were wrong, I guess they weren't selling well individually. But, this isn't my focus. I have never found answers for my life by looking at the stars, by looking at the moons or the shadows on a moon, or by looking at the sun. And please don't look at the sun for answers other than an answer to how can I get blind. But how have I found answers in my life? By looking to Scripture, by keeping my eyes fixed on Jesus and who He calls me to be, and what He calls me to do, or what is, care for the widows and the orphans, visit the sick, clothe the naked, feed the hungry, take care of my sheep, He says. And that's what I'm called to do. And I'm called to join with God in His work and His mission of bringing restoration into my family and into my community and into my friends and into any life that God allows me to be a part of. These are the things that I'm called to do. And if in some horrible turn of events, John Hagee happens to be right this time about these 4 lunar or blood moons, which, by the way, won't even really be visible in Israel. The first 3 won't be visible in Israel at all. It's all North America and South America, though we know North America is the center of the universe, so it may still have meaning. Only a bit of the last lunar eclipse will be available at the tail end of the lunar apogee. That's if it's not cloudy in Israel, then it'll be visible. I say, even though if he is right and this is calamity and world war is about to bust out, guess what? My mission and the call of my life doesn't change. It doesn't change. Regardless of what comes or goes, I'm still called to share faith, to bring hope, and to show love. And the greatest of these things is love. And to join God in what He's doing, and to love my neighbor as myself, and to love God. That's what I'm called to do, and that's who I'm called to be, regardless of the circumstances or the situations. I'm thankful that for 20 years John Hagee's been wrong. And I will be thankful if he is wrong again. Calamity and trial may come for Israel someday. But Jesus said He didn't know the day or the hour when the end of all things would come. So I don't think John Hagee's going to have this one figured out. But again, if I'm wrong, if John Hagee's right, nothing changes. I'm still called to be who I'm called to be, and you're still called to be who you're called to be. Have a great day.